Hi, I'm Professor Hopp, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for your Introduction to Sociology course. I'd like to start the semester out taking a look at the syllabus and making sure you're aware of some of the more important aspects of the syllabus and the requirements for this course. So let's get started now, taking a look at that syllabus.
The first thing I want to talk to you about on your syllabus is about the textbook. It's called The Essentials of Sociology, A Down-to-Earth Approach, and it's written by James Henslin. You can get either the 12th or 13th edition. I think the 13th edition is supposed to be out this spring, but I'm not sure it's going to be available, and if it's not, the 12th edition is fine. And the cover of those two books looks like this or like this. I'm not going to talk about the course description and the course competency, learning objectives, and goals. You can review those on your own, but the next thing that is important to discuss is the organization of the course. This online education class may differ a little bit from some of the others that you may have taken in the past or you might be taking now, in that I create online YouTube videos that have symmetry with PowerPoint notes, which also follows along with the major points that are in the text. If you just decide to read the text and review the PowerPoint notes, you probably won't extract all the information out of the PowerPoints that you need in order to do well on the quizzes. So I want to emphasize that it's critical to listen to the lectures. Simply reading the book and studying the PowerPoint notes rarely works to earn a passing grade on the quizzes. It's important to know where those PowerPoint notes are, and in every one of your weekly assignment folders there are both the PowerPoint notes and also links to the lectures. So in order to go to the lectures, you go ahead and click on one of those links, and that actually takes you to the Soft Chalk module, which will have all of the lectures embedded within it. So for each page, you click on that page and listen to that video. There's usually a little bit of a narrative that introduces the video, so you have a little bit of context about where that video is going to take you. Another really important aspect of this course are the discussion forums. Those discussion forums are set up every week in SoftChalk, and for every weekly forum, it's expected that you post your initial posting for each unit, and that is to be posted by each Friday. And then after you do that initial posting, then I want you to respond to 2 or 3 of your colleagues within the next 2 days by Sunday night. At the end of every unit, you'll have a quiz, and each quiz is worth 10% of the final grade. My quizzes are generally multiple choice, sometimes true or false, and because this is an online class, I'm going to go ahead and let you have that as an open book, open notes quiz, but there will be a timer that's set for that quiz. And so I give you approximately 1 minute per question. If I've got, say, 33 questions, I would probably round up to 35 minutes. And at the end of that time limit, the quizzes are set to auto-submit. So you have to be done with the quiz within the time limit. Your final grade will be calculated using this formula. There's an initial Moodle proficiency quiz, which just makes sure that you know how to navigate Moodle and what the important aspects of the course are, and that's worth 6% of your grade. You'll have 4 quizzes that are each worth 10% of your grade, and you'll also have 24% assigned as your written discussion forum participation, and that will break down to 6% for each unit. Each unit will have a certain number of forums, and so collectively that unit is assigned 6% of the total 24% written discussion forum participation grade. There's going to be 2 assignments that are due during the semester. Those are worth 20%, and a final reflection that's worth 10% at the end of the semester. I also want to point out that there's a principles and concept worksheet that's placed in the Moodle orientation shell, and that's something that you should be referring to whenever you're doing written assignments or when you're writing and responding in the discussion forums. These principles and concepts come from the textbook, and if you want to look them up, there's a glossary that's at the back of the textbook, but those principles and concepts are also listed as you read the text in the margins of your text. I also want to point out real quickly the concept of netiquette. And that's the idea that you should always be writing with a professional tone and never attack anybody on a personal basis when you're writing or responding to them in a discussion forum. All your emails to your colleagues or to myself should follow these netiquette guidelines. I prefer a much more formal and professional tone in emails. I also think it's important to know that I do not respond to the messaging function that's in Moodle. I don't check that on a regular basis. So if you want to contact me, you need to contact me through the University of Virginia email. It also helps to designate in your email, either at the very beginning or in the topic section of the email, which course that you are asking questions about. It can be a little problematic for me to determine which course someone is asking a question about and be able to come up with an answer if I don't know which class that you're in. So please, when you send me an email, put either in the subject matter area or at the very beginning of the email which course you're sending an inquiry about. So please review the syllabus on your own, in your own time, and review it more fully than just the gloss over that I gave it. But I wanted to point out some of the more important aspects of the course and also show you where those items were listed in the Moodle shell.